What is up, Dog Squad? Trucks, you see back in another video on the channel, and today we are going to be doing Week 11 NFL reactions, like I said we would do. Remember that I'll be swapping every other week. I will be doing this with the weekly reactions, and then the next week will be the meeting room. So next week will be that, and then the next week will be this. Anyways, so you get the idea. But we're going to be looking at all the games. We're going to talk about every single one that happened Week 11, include from Thursday to last night, which I did not like. Yeah, that sucked. Boo Eagles, definitely. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. Go Dog Squad. So the first game is, of course, the Thursday Night Football game between the Bengals and the Ravens. Ravens won this 34-20. It was a fight all the way up, I guess, until Joe Burrow got hurt. Someone said he was projected, or I guess I heard that he was projected to go back next week. I don't really think that would be true. Because I think he's going to be out for quite a while, maybe this season. I don't know. But as you can see, it was a fight. Ravens do take the top seed and take the top #1 place in the division and the AFC. Reasons we'll get to in just a little bit. Bengals go to 5-5. They have not had the best years we thought they would. But there's a lot of time, maybe some ways they can get in the playoffs. Most likely not. But, you know, it hasn't been, like I said, it hasn't been the season for what they needed to get. We thought they would be better, but Joe Burrow getting the injury at the first, thought he would be out for the season, and came back in Week 1 and played. It started off bad, and then they got better, and then this. You know, it's just tough for them so far, and I guess we'll just see what they can do later in the future. But Ravens take care of business, go to 8-3, 34-20 win over the Bengals. All right, next we have Dem Boys. I don't have my shirt on today because it's just NFL day. It's not a whole Dallas Cowboy video. But we did take care of business 33-10. I've talked about before, we already saw, the Dallas Cowboys. They started off a little, they could have done better, I should say. They could have produced more on the offensive side of the ball. But they did take care of business, got some touchdowns. They didn't sleepwalk through there. They got the win, got out. They went in there, got the win, and got out of it. That's all you need to do as a good team. And a win by 23, you can't be mad about that. Carolina, on the other hand, now we're going to talk about Carolina. Since it's an NFL video, we're going to talk about them. They just can't find anything. They swapped head coaches, they swapped play callers. And they just, they fought quite a bit. They just could not get it done. They just obviously are just not a team to do anything this year. But Dallas, like I said, did take care of business. Got the win 33-10. They go to 7-3. Still fighting for that #1 spot in the division, the NFC East for division crown. While the Carolina Panthers are probably eliminated. I don't know if they are or not, but they're about to be. Especially since they got the Titans this week, I believe. So they probably will lose that. Could win that, but we'll just have to see. Next up is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. This was a noon game on a Sunday. This was it wasn't the best of games as we thought it would be. Both are kind of lost on offense. Both have really good defenses, but their offense is like, Deshaun Watson getting hurt, him out. Pittsburgh, you don't know what you're going to do with Kenny Pickett. In fact, they just fired Matt Canada, which they needed to do. This is at the battle for the AFC North, which is a really good division right now, with their lowest being a 5-5 Bengals team. But, Steelers they're just not productive on offense. The Browns actually can do it, but first game with their backup quarterback, didn't put in P.J. Walker. I'm still confused. I don't know if he got hurt or not. I don't know. But I guess we'll just have to see what goes on between the Browns later in the season, as they've been actually playing really well this year. Steelers, on the other hand, they're good. They have a good record, but I just don't know if they're that capable of doing much this year, and as wise going into playoffs. And I don't know. They're a team as they used to be. They used to be a pretty dominant team with Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown, and Mike Tomlin's still their head coach. Just, they can't do much. But Browns do take care of business and get the win, a close one with another game-winning field goal. So, there. All right. So, the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And yes, it was a close game. I thought when I was doing the live stream the other day for the Cowboys game, I thought the Bears were going to pull away with the win. I seriously thought they were going down the field. They were playing really well, acting like a pretty good team out there. About 6 minutes ago, and the Lions were able to just score 2 touchdowns. Bears blew it. I mean, that's the Bears this year. They just blow it. Can't win games. And Justin Fields finally back. Just couldn't do it. They weren't going to keep Tyler Badgett in. I mean, that wasn't going to happen. But Detroit, as a good team, they exactly take care of business. And, well, not really take care of business, I should say, but they do escape with a win like a good team and finish it. That's why they are a good team. Able to play, maybe not the best, unable to play well in a game, but able still to win it. They're able to finish the game off with a win, able to go back and come back and take the lead with a David Montgomery touchdown, able to score, like I said, 2 touchdowns and within 4 to 6 minutes. That's what good teams do, and they're pretty dangerous this year. Cowboys have them, so at home on December 30th. So it's going to be pretty tough, but we'll see how that goes. So, Chargers and Packers. We've played the Chargers this year. We know that they can give people tough times, but again, losing a game by 3 or less, you got to be able to finish the games. You got to be able to. You can't have all these games where if they would have won those games, beating the Chiefs, beating the Chargers, beating us, beating the who else? The Dolphins. I mean, they could win all those games. They could have won this game. They could have beaten the Lions. They've played so many good teams this year with a winning record. Just got to be able to finish those games. They give people tough. That's why we say the Chargers. But they've had that. I mean, it's pretty good to beat them. But they still maybe they should fire Stanley. I don't know. Maybe they should fire Brian Stanley. I don't know. But the Packers, on the other hand, Jordan Love had a pretty good game this week. Packers are still trying to find their way into the playoffs. They're still going to have to be able to keep winning ball games. They're only a couple wins away, but I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know and your reactions to any of this. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Will the Packers make it or will they not? We'll see. Maybe I'll put up a poll out for that later. In fact, let me do that just after we're done talking about this video, or after we're done with this video, I'll go ahead and put that up. But they do get the win by 3. I, in fact, had the Chargers to win this game, but they did, of course, not win. Now on to the next game. Next up. Cardinals and Texans. Once again, just like they played against the Commanders, almost won. Almost. Could have been the Ravens, but they blew it. Cardinals, it's the NFL. People are going to give it their all. Now they'll have bad games, yes. But it's the NFL. These aren't going to be like whooping college games where you have Alabama playing the other day, Chattanooga. It's the NFL. You're going to have tough times. Texans should have won by more. Cardinals can be dangerous, though. So, Cardinals they traded. I don't understand. They traded their pick. They could have gotten Will Anderson. I hadn't heard much about him this year, but, still, Cardinals still could have gotten him. Maybe helped their defense-wise. But on the other hand, C.J. Stroud, he's done really well this season for a rookie. Didn't play his best the other day. They still won. Could have done more, but Tank Dell, my fantasy team, got the touchdown, big touchdown there. Hey, win is a win for the Texans, and they're still pretty dangerous. So I would not take them lightly at all, and we obviously know that, especially with C.J. Stroud. It'd be a good game. If we played them last year, I could see us losing that game, because especially how we were going to take a team lightly last year. Yeah, we took a team already lightly, the Cardinals, this year, and lost. So I don't even know what to say about the Titans. They're just not good. They're just flat out not good. Can't win games. Can't do much. Jaguars, on the other hand, they got back into it. They were angry after last week. San Francisco lost, and they took care of business against the Titans. Titans have Will Levis. They can't do a thing with Derrick Henry. I think he should leave, honestly. I think he should just try to get traded, kind of like Jonathan Taylor tried doing it. But, Jaguars, I know they're a good team, but Titans should fight harder than that, and they didn't today. On Sunday. So, that's all I can say. The Raiders and the Dolphins. Dolphins can't beat a team that has less than that has more 500 or more, or a winning record. Yeah, Cowboys haven't done so either, but like, come on. I kind of want to defend the Dolphins here. It's not their fault that they have, it's not us and the Dolphins' fault that they can't play a lot of teams that have winning records. We, on the other hand, put our winning record teams and the really talented teams at the end. We got that 5-game stretch. Now, I do have to admit, between us and the Dolphins, we play them. That we both of each other have a chance to win because we play them on Christmas Eve. But the Dolphins, they played the Eagles. They played well. They played well. They just couldn't do it. They were there. They played the Chiefs, got blown out that first half, but they tried coming back. And then they played what was the other team? Well, they played another team and didn't produce as well. And they have the Ravens later. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Bills. Yes. Well, they should have won. They could have won that game if they played again. I think they'll win in Week 18. But I think our other excuse is that we played the 49ers. Yes, had a bad game. We always suck against the 49ers. Dak always does. Eagles. We should have won that game. You got to give respect to us. We should have. Game of inches. Barely should have. Almost would have won that game. But we're not talking about the Cowboys. We're talking about the Dolphins and the Raiders. Raiders, okay, they're progressing. They gave up a fight to a really good Dolphins team. That's really all you can say. Raiders, they have chances of going to the playoffs, having being that 7th seed. I could see that they could try. I could see them as a playoff team, but they've got to be more. Got to be able to finish out the ball game. Now they're actually using their weapons right. Josh Jacobs didn't do much. He didn't help my fantasy team. So, but the Dolphins were able to escape and take care of business and win the ball game. All right, Giants and Commanders. This one made me mad. I was kind of hoping the Commanders could beat the Giants to go 5-6. I want to play better teams at home this year. We did beat the Jets, so we did beat one team with a winning record. But, well, I think we did, right? Yeah. Well, Chargers kind of. I know they don't have a winning record, but they basically kind of almost do. But I kind of really wish that I know record doesn't always matter because Sam Howell's got tied for first or maybe first in completion percentage in the NFL. You got Scary Terry or Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson. You got I guess a decent defense. I just wish they would have played tougher against the Giants, honestly, so we could go in there and just, I don't know, say we beat a better team, but you got to remember the record doesn't always mean everything. They just struggled against the Giants. They struggled against Tommy DeVito. I don't know how you lose to him, even though he is a rookie QB, undrafted, still lives with his parents, and still, don't get it. But I honestly wish they would played better because I didn't want the Giants winning. I just didn't want the Giants winning. I wanted the Commanders to win, and plus I picked them, so there you go. All I'm going to say. So this is that was it for the noon games. Now it's the 3:25 games. 3:30 games. We have the Bucks and the 49ers. Bucks fought. You saw in the box score that they were down only by 6 at the half. Then they just basically let 40 points happen. Tried getting in the ball game. It was 27-7, and then they just couldn't do a thing. Baker Mayfield trying to get this team better, but this Buccaneers team only had 2 good years of success, and then they made it to the playoffs last year. I guess you can say that's a little bit of success, but with a bad division. And now they're still trying to fight for the division again. Oof. We all kind of thought that division would be bad. But now the 49ers on the hand get better. They had some of their players back after that big, gigantic win over Jacksonville last week. A very good Jacksonville team who, like we saw earlier, blew the waters out of Tennessee. 49ers are seeming to be be one of the top 10 teams, and they are. But they are now playing, as a Cowboys fan, don't like it, and we got blown out to them. But we can see the 49ers have a really good team, especially now at addition with Chase Young for the Commanders, So it's just, 49ers are going to be a good team this year. Hopefully we don't play them in the playoffs, but Bucks need to get a bit better. Okay, this is the definition of a bounce back. Bills, I'm sure they were mad after losing the Broncos. Broncos are a good team. They progressed since last year. Jets, on the other hand, I'm sorry, but you only lost Aaron Rodgers. Which Aaron Rodgers is a really good QB. But I'm sorry, you can make it happen with Zach Wilson. You've got the weapons. You've got a defense. To let up 32 points and only score 6. I get the Bills have a good both sides of the ball. Josh Allen makes mistakes. But I think this should have been a closer game, honestly. I was kind of hoping it would. But Buffalo did what they needed to do. They bounced back with a pretty good game to dominate the Jets. But the Jets should have played tougher. That's all you should say. Zach Wilson's pretty inconsistent. So, okay, I was kind of hoping the Rams would win this game because I picked them. Seahawks blew it. They blew it. They were up 16-0. They blew it. They were up 16-0. No, 16-7. Sorry, they were up 16-7 at one point. All right, so the Rams and the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm glad that the Seahawks lost, and I'm glad the Rams won because I picked the Rams. But, I mean, yeah, Seahawks blew the lead. They were up 16-7. Fourth quarter. Yeah, you blew the game. And Geno Smith getting hurt also affects it. You had to bring Drew Lock in, which isn't the best for trying to win those game situations. He's a backup. But, I mean, when you look at it, the Seahawks had to try to win this game. They tried to not get swept, and they did. And the Rams still, as people say, and I'm going to beat them, blow them out. They aren't a good team. Okay, well, yeah, they did beat a pretty good Seahawks team, and, you know, they've been able to handle teams pretty well, like the Eagles this year. So, I mean, we dominated them. So, I mean, I don't understand it. But, I mean, look at it. We got to play Seattle later in a couple weeks, next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the next. Okay? We should be able to beat them. Not saying off this loss, but they've been struggling a few times this year with a really good team. They were able to beat the Browns, which are pretty good, but they're pretty inconsistent, and then they face us at home. I don't think it's going to get the job done. But we will beat a winner or loss, so we'll beat a winning team, so that's good. Seahawks, they can give us trouble, so I won't take them lightly. But they do lose this game to the Rams and get swept by them this year. Okay, this was the Sunday Night Football game, which was a really good game. Fun game to watch. Vikings and Broncos. A hot team so far with the Minnesota Vikings. Going from 1-4 to 6-4. Joshua Dobbs going from the Cardinals to the Vikings. Then the Vikings losing Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins. Still able to go 6-5 of the year. Well, they went 6-5 after losing a heartbreaker, I would say. Maybe not heartbreaker, but to the Broncos. Basically had the game. You could have had the game in the bag. Letting them score 12 points in the fourth quarter. Letting with the game-winning drive. Still playoff contending team. Broncos are too. They have progressed since last season. They're turning stuff around. That was the game of just basically, I don't know, like turning around teams or something. I don't know whatever you want to call them. I don't know. But the Broncos are able to beat that team, and I think they can beat Cleveland. But I'll go in the week and see if I won't even pick them. But speaking of that, I will have predictions coming up later tomorrow. It will be probably a video since I'll have time, or maybe a short. I'm not sure because I'll be doing a preview video tomorrow, and then I may do something on probably predictions as well. I'll have later today also the Cowboys. Something to do with the Cowboys against the Commanders. I'll probably do a short or something. I'll put a community post out there. I'm on Dim Boys Reports. I'll do that as well. That'll be a fun game to watch on Thanksgiving. A lot of games on Thanksgiving as well. But that's just what reminded me of when I said the Browns Broncos and the predictions. But yeah, it's a fun game to watch. Josh Dobbs versus George Wilson. Sean Payton's definitely turned that team around. It didn't look like at the beginning, but now they've started to get better. Here we go. This was a really good game. I'm not liking the Eagles winning. We needed that. We needed the Chiefs to beat them because that would have helped our division chances. But there's still time. Eagles have the Bills, which will probably win. They got the Niners. They got the Seahawks. They got us. They got plenty of chances. And they could always lose to the Giants and Cardinals. They got the Giants twice. And that's going to happen. But the Cardinals are sneaky, but they've got them at home. So they've got like 2 away games, I think, left this season, I think. Well, no, 3 actually, because they got the Giants once and then the Niners and not the Niners, Cowboys, us and the Seahawks. But I do think that the Chiefs have to find some receivers. They've got to be able to they're tied in. It's Travis Kelce, great. But it feels like this season he only is able to play really well when Taylor Swift's there. I don't know. But he fumbled the ball, and then Patrick Mahomes had a good game. But you got to be able to, the receivers got to be able to play well on the defense. Just, tried handling Philadelphia the whole entire time, just couldn't. Jalen Hurts, tush push again. Jason Kelce, I saw with a big block. And you saw DeAndre Swift get a touchdown. Devontae Smith got a big gain from a big pass. I think he said another one. Look, this Eagles team, as a Cowboys fan, they're a really good team. They are definitely number one for a reason. We've got to be able to beat them, and I think we can. Now, we'll wrap up today's video, Dog Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every other week, meeting rooms, and then weekly reactions. Next week will be a meeting room, so I want to let you know, stay tuned. But I hope y'all enjoyed week 11. If y'all are not going to see any more of my videos this week, I want to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time, Dog Squad. Peace.